that it's 2025 and I'm still having to explain to people why the earth can't be flat. Are you 4? Did you never learn to read or write? Please subscribe. Space is fake. Space is fake theory takes seeing is believing and throws it out the window. It posits that everything beyond Earth's atmosphere, so the stars, planets, galaxies, and they include the moon landing, for obvious reasons, because if space is fake, where's the moon? But that's basically the space is fake conspiracy. But, I was saying to you earlier on when we were talking about this, so think about it. Let's pretend you're a space is fake guy. Mm-hmm. So by default, you are now required to believe that the moon landings were fake because the moon doesn't exist, because if there's no space, there can't. And the bigger question is, if space doesn't exist, where are we?
The amount of things you have to bypass logically, rationally, just in everyday life to believe space is fake.
Yeah.
You won't convince me there's anyone who legitimately believes that who isn't on Class A substances. You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised how many flat earthers think space is fake. But again, it's because they have to, because if they say space is fake, then they've removed that thing where we could say, well,
yeah,
if there's so many million flat earthers in the world, have a whip around and launch a rocket and show us your flat earth. But of course,
can't do that. Space is fake.
They will not Creaky stick a hat on you, blending into the background. Cheeky get. I shaved my head and everything. I even sprayed my armpits tonight and put talcum powder on my nads. 5G is harmful because those who believe it can't count the seconds.
We've put nothing in Grift yet.
This is
arguably, it's around there. You know what I mean? It's in between willfully ignorant and Grift. What are we saying?
Sticking in willfully ignorant for a minute, right?
Okay.
Only because I'm not convinced myself that it is a grift, because I can't think of anyone I would consider to be grifting that. Yeah, so I reckon that one should stay in willfully ignorant for a minute.
Yeah. I think can I make my argument for grift?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just quickly, because I feel like the space is fake one has to be a grift to explain other grifts, not necessarily other grifts, other conspiracies. So in order to be a space is fake person, if you're a flat earther, and then you use space is fake as your argument against any logic, then you've got that safety net. Well, that can't be true because the moon isn't real. The sun isn't real. The space is fake. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but with arguments like that, though, they always remind me, I said it last week, like childish schoolyard arguments where if you're losing, you just scream, oh, your dad smells, that sort of thing. But then I've just been distracted, sorry. Yeah. All right, Dave, how you doing, pal? Just checking in.
All right, Dave.
Am I still a grifter? I've refrained from using anyone's names in this one. So yeah. Oopsie. What was I saying?
I think you don't think it's a grift so much. Space is fake. It's more childish.
Yeah, and the way they try to explain these things away, it always reminds me, and we've used it in a couple of videos. The Johnny English where he's talking to a sketch artist.
Yeah.
Eyes, scar on both cheeks, orange hair. Orange? Was it orange? Yeah, so that one's definitely in the right place. Right, we've got 3 left, so we need to start pulling our finger out because it's nearly 5-2.
Oh, turbo round.
The JFK assassination, I don't think I need to explain this one. We all know what it was. Now, for me, this is a conspiracy, not a conspiracy theory. It's become a conspiracy theory now, I know, but I blame conspiracy theorists for that.
Yeah.
Because if the conspiracy was, it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald, it was three aliens came down, quickly shot him and then flew away. That would make it a conspiracy theory. But as it is now, I think it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, and But I think with JFK, it depends which section of it you believe as the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Because, like, on the sheet, which you chose to skip, it magic bullets. Like, I'm not sure what that is about, but if you're thinking that...
Yeah, there's some videos out, and it sort of shows the trajectory of the bullet, and it, you know, for it to have happened the way conspiracy theorists say it happened, the bullet would have been, you know, kind of had to turn a corner almost.
Yeah. Obviously, that is always the thing, is that Lee Harvey Oswald must have been an incredibly good shot, because it's one of the things everyone says is if you go to, you know, where it happened and you stand in the window and you look where that X is on the ground, everyone says it's an insane shot.
Yeah, exactly.
10 points to Gryffindor.
I just saw somebody in the side chat saying plausible.
I've seen a few people. No one has said above YouTube rabbit hole for this one. I think this is potentially the only one that can... Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, see... So because this one is a conspiracy or a conspiracy theory, however you want to refer to it, based around a real verifiable event, then it makes, you know, maybe there is some plausibility to it, you know, because, you know, don't misunderstand me. Even with what I do, I'm not saying that governments don't do shady shit. Because of course they do.
Yeah,
I'm not an idiot. I just act like an idiot on the internet. But they
that's what I'm saying.
You know,
it's not, you know, I wouldn't say that the CIA or even the mafia are morally above assassinating someone.
But you know,
call me controversial.
You know, when people say things like we were saying about chemtrails, and one of the things is always population control. What possible advantage would there be to any of the world's governments in killing off taxpayers, the people who earn money and then give some of it to their respective governments? But so what's the upside?
I think there's probably a lot more to that conversation, because if you want to argue population control is probably going to affect like the most disenfranchised people, like a wildly disproportionate rate. So you know, you could argue class wars, you could argue, you know, survival of the fittest, as horrific as that would be, if it was to be a reality. I don't believe in population control. And I think in a weird way, the pandemic was like, if they were going to do population control, they would have bumped a lot of people off. They kept everyone inside. They didn't want people... Well, I don't know. I don't know. We won't get into that.
I reckon we should leave that one.
Yeah, that one. JFK. I'm
stick it in plausible for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say plausible.
And a super chat has just come in from Valentin Demanyov. Everyone in the chat wants creationism to be a grift.
Oh, what are we thinking?
I don't know. I can see why. Go back to the tier list view, Carl.
I think what's next to
it? You know, do you know? I think I agree with them, right? And I'll tell you for why. Kent Hovind, Ken Ham. They're the only two big creationists that come to mind, but they're both very wealthy men. I know Kent Hovind is wealthy for different reasons. Is he wealthy? I don't know. He lives in a swamp, I think. But
if you want to talk about creationism and ridiculous wealth, Kenneth Copeland is number one. He is flying around on private jets. You know,
He's nuts rich.
Are we putting it up there?
Yeah, chuck it in. Chuck it in grift. It is a grift. Flat Earth, stick it straight in grift.
Are we going straight in,
everybody? Yeah, 100%.
Are we going straight in?
100%, because there are so many people. Mark Sargent, Dave McKee. Oh, no, it's not Dave McKeegan, is it? It's Dave Weiss.
Right, Dave.
Nathan Oakley. There's loads of them. And this is how they make their living, by lying to people about what established science has confirmed in 20,000 maybe even in a million different ways, as being 100% a fact. The Earth is a globe. It's not even a debate. This is another one of those things, right, that I cannot believe that it's 2025 and I'm still having to explain to people why the Earth can't be flat. It's like, are you 4? Did you never learn to read or write? But even people who never were fortunate enough to be able to learn to read and write, you know, would they think the Earth is flat if somebody told them?
Yeah, I can't think of anywhere else to put that one either. The only thing I had written down for this one, the last sentence was you'll never convince me any rational human being could believe this if they used even an ounce of critical thinking skills. I think if you put any thought into it,
Yeah.
after recent events in Antarctica, the flat Earth, the behind the curve,
Interesting.
documentary back in 2017 or wherever it was, it's not that it needs to be demonstrated over and over, but it has been repeatedly.
Exactly.
Get a hobby or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something. Do something with your life if you believe in flat Earth, because there is nothing that is going to come of it.
Somebody's asking, is the stream ending? Relatively soon, yes. Relatively soon. But don't leave yet. No. Gandhi Warhol, whose name has been amusing me this week because he's sent me a few fake space related to flat Earth, makes both a grift. I can follow your logic, but I'm going to respectfully disagree because just because one is, I think space, I don't think space is fake, is its own conspiracy theory. I think it's an offshoot. It's a branch of flat earthing, in my humble opinion.
I agree. So should we check the list?
Yeah, go back to the list.
Happy.
So let me put on full screen so I can see. Young Earth creationism and flat Earth are in the Grift column.
Oh, that one feels controversial.
Moon landing and space is fake. Willfully ignorant. Tinfoil hat. Lizard people, chemtrails, 5G Illuminati. YouTube rabbit hole is mud flood, and plausible is JFK. I'm not 100% happy with young Earth creationism being there. See,
no, me either. I think
it should be in
willfully ignorant.
Willfully ignorant.
I think so too. I think calling it a grift. I think there's few people grifting it. Yeah. But I think the vast majority of young Earth creationists are just people. Yeah,
but then again, the same could be said for flat Earth. Just because a lot of the bigger flat Earthers are grifting it doesn't mean all flat Earthers are grifters. Yeah, but again, you can apply that to any of these theories.
I think that's something we've stumbled up across a lot, is a lot of these sort of cross-pollinate.
Yeah, I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to put young Earth creationism, I'm going to downgrade it to willfully ignorant, because for the same reasons as the other ones that are willfully ignorant in their classification. It's because all the information is out there. You just have to choose to accept it.